Hidden egg rooms found in chapters 1 and 2 are so intriguing to almost everybody. These rooms are hidden in confusing ways and have odd music unlike anything else in the soundtrack. Room's music isn't even part of the original soundtrack because of it being a straight rip of Waltz of Sakam Masada, a fan song by Deltarune's lead composer. The odd features act as a spotlight for the room that beckons everybody to put their 2 cents in on what their meaning could mean or what implications they will have in the future chapters. What if they're meant to simulate a glitch? A glitch that sends your character into an unfinished area where a game would pull default assets to complete an unfinished aspect of itself. These rooms, in their odd vibe, always remind me of Everyman due to this. But first, a quick rundown of Everyman. Everyman was first in Undertale as part of the attack pattern of Reaper Bird in the True Lab. This was their only appearance in Undertale. This appearance of Everyman, with his beak and his association with the Reaper Bird, gives him a slight connection to birds that continues in Deltarune. The first appearance is in Jevel's attack patterns, where they occasionally take the place of one of the ducks in the carousel attack, another bird connection. In Chapter 2, they can appear as a pop-up in Pop-Up's pop-up attack. The last attack pattern they can appear in is Queen's drama attack, where they can be one of the characters, although they will never speak, unlike the other faces that will talk. Then in Hometown, there's graffiti of Everyman with the word Everyman, so we can confirm that their name is Everyman, as there was no official source for their name. They appear in both light and dark worlds, without needing a physical presence in the area to manifest in the dark world's reality. They were also in the Spampton Sweepstakes, taking the place of faces for reviews and donations. Everyman is in multiple dark worlds and in the alleyway. The way they appear in the drama and pop-up attacks makes Everyman seem like they could fill in for anyone. They could be anyone. They're an Everyman. But they seem to have less attention put into them, or that they are trying to draw less attention, not being animated like the other ads in the pop-ups, or the not talking in Queen's drama attack, like they are filler or background noise. This set of ideas alone, I feel, is a solid base for Everyman to be a filler character in this game, as the default filler character that the game pulls up when it needs something. Everyman as a filler character is a nice theory that can easily slot into many interpretations, but I want to go further. I want to convince you of more. I believe Everyman is more than just filler for some random attacks. I believe they are also filler for the man behind the tree. What makes Everyman the man behind the tree? They give Chris an egg that stays an egg in both light and dark world, like the Everyman. They disappear after taking the egg or if you refuse the egg. They won't show up in Chapter 2 behind the tree if you say no to the egg in Chapter 1. They do show up, however, in the traffic jam in Chapter 2 if you say yes to the egg. So they appear in both the light and dark world. They are never seen, and the egg room can only be entered once while backtracking to a room, usually several times. Only Chris enters the room, and none of the characters mention or say anything when Chris leaves or comes back, and can't be found during the weird route in Chapter 2. Everyman fits in with some of these concepts. Staying the same in both light and dark worlds is interesting, as most things like objects are drastically changed, becoming large locations or becoming darkness, or humans and monsters being slightly changed. The Everyman seems to remain in the background of both worlds. Everyman, however, can be found in the weird route, but you can't see his queen appearance, so their presence in the weird route is diminished. Everyman, they both have graffiti connections, with each having graffiti in an alleyway, as pointed out by this Tumblr post. And if you really love to grasp at straws, Everyman and the bird connection could connect it with eggs, since birds lay eggs, and the egg is implied to be a chicken egg, since it looks like the other eggs in Santa's store. Yeah, too far, but regardless. The Everyman could fill the role as the man behind the tree, with some unique traits that the egg and Everyman share. What does this mean for other aspects of Deltarune? That means that the game we are sent into, not Deltarune, but the program that we are put into after the Goner Maker sequence, is imperfect, and the cracks are beginning to show.